You spend hours designing your lead magnet? Absolutely not. I'm going to show you how you can take content and design a lead magnet in under 30 minutes. I'll show you some free and some paid tools that you can use and explain why you may want to rethink laboring and investing hours and dollars in designing your lead magnets. I created a pretty simple landing page using Leadpages, and I'm sending paid and organic traffic to this page, and I'm growing my email list. And it's a good example of why you don't necessarily need to overthink design. So it's pretty simple, bare bones landing page. Basically, if you opt in with your email address, you get 101 proven hooks for creating content for social media. And the format of the lead magnet is actually a simple Google Doc. I like creating lead magnets as Google Docs for a few different reasons. So firstly, they're quick and easy to create. Secondly, I can edit and update them pretty easily, so I don't need to go back to a designer. And thirdly, they're pretty easy to share. So this particular lead magnet has the 101 viral hooks that you can use for LinkedIn. It explains some best practices for using them. I link through to my YouTube video. I provide the hooks. And actually, if you're interested in learning how to use these hooks, check out my other video on the channel where I talk through how to write a great hook for LinkedIn. And then at the bottom of the lead magnet, I have a link for booking a one-to-one content strategy call with me. So basically, I just wrote all of the content in a Google Doc. I clicked File, Share, and then I shared it with others with a view-only link. You can also just publish it to the web as well. So if you're overthinking your lead magnets or you're overthinking design, just test it as a Google Doc. And later on, if it's getting a lot of email subscribers, you can improve the quality of the content. And then you can start to put it into something that looks more designed or more professional. Because after all, the goal of a good lead magnet is simply to grow your list and provide a little bit of free value to subscribers. You can also create a lead magnet that's simply a Google Sheet. So for a few years, I was growing my email list with this word count tracker. Now, it took me quite a while to prepare this Google Sheet with the help of somebody else. But basically, writers and creators use this to track their daily, weekly, or monthly word counts. So it has a summary sheet that shows how many words you wrote for the entire year. And then this is broken down on a month-by-month basis. And I gave this away on my website and also via a Facebook ads campaign. Now, like I said, it took quite some time to create this particular Google Sheet. But again, it's a good example of how a lead magnet doesn't necessarily need to be something that's immaculately designed. Notion is another great tool for creating a reasonably good looking lead magnet without laboring or spending money on design. So as an example, I've built an entire product inside of Notion for tracking and managing all of my content. And sometimes I'll give away a little bit of this product as a type of lead magnet. So basically, if you have any type of content, plug it into your Notion database or create a page inside of Notion. And then when you're happy with how it looks, just simply click on the share button and click on publish, and Notion will give you a link. And all you have to do is just drop that behind your email marketing provider. So here is the public facing link for that Notion page. So I would simply create a landing page, send traffic to the landing page, and when people opt in, they will get access to this part of my Notion database. And I also like this because similar to Google Docs, it's pretty easy for me to update the content on the live page. Resources, checklists, how-to guides, and case studies, they all make for great lead magnets. And you can design one of these in less than 30 minutes using this free tool that I've come across. It's called Attract.io. And I came across it because I've been using Leadpages to grow my email list and to grow my newsletter. Now, elsewhere on the channel, I have some videos explaining how I'm using Leadpages, so do check out those videos. But you don't need to be a customer of Leadpages to use Attract.io to create your lead magnet, and it's pretty easy to use. So as an example, I've created various types of checklists over the years. At one point, I was using a self-editing checklist. So if I wanted to create something like this, I would browse down to the checklist section and I can simply just preview what any of these look like. And as you can see, it's just items that I would add to my checklist that people would tick off one by one. And I could potentially pitch my service at the end of the lead magnet. Case studies can also work well. So if you've helped a client or a customer achieve something, you can document what you did in a type of case study and hopefully use this to find more clients and customers in the same niche or industry. So again, there's a couple of templates that you can pick from, and these are all pre-designed, and all you have to do is pop in your content. So as an example, I could go with this one here, which has a bright yellow, and I can upload my headshot, or I could go with this one here or this one here. Now, it would take a little bit of time to populate this based on this template, but do remember, if you're going to create A case study lead magnet or any type of lead magnet, you don't want to overthink it. Your job is to get something out there and see if people will opt in to get it. How-to guides also make good lead magnets. Personally, I prefer creating how I lead magnets rather than how to lead magnets. That's because any bot or AI tool can generate a how-to guide for free. But if you're articulating something that you've done to solve a common problem in a how I guide, people are more likely to opt in to get it. But you can still use the template inside of Attract. So as an example, here's one here. My 5-step process for creating high converting Facebook ads for e-commerce. So if I had some screenshots of how I accomplish something for my business or for my clients, I could quickly populate this lead magnet. Resource lead magnets also work well. So I've generated thousands of subscribers over the years by providing resources in the form of a lead magnet. So here is a template that I was working on earlier on today. 5 resources for repurposing content for LinkedIn faster. And my goal with this lead magnet is to build my email list by engaging with my followers on LinkedIn. So as you can see, like most design tools, it's pretty easy to edit the lead magnet in question. If I'm not happy with the design, I just simply click on the palette icon, and there's a couple of different presets that I can switch from, or should I say switch to. Now if I scroll down to the next page, I have a short preamble explaining why you may want to repurpose content, and I put in a couple of lines here. And I've uploaded a headshot. If you don't have a headshot, you can just search for an image from Unsplash. And then basically I'm going to provide in this lead magnet 5 different resources that people can use for repurposing their content for LinkedIn. So I've built a ChatGPT bot that will help you repurpose your existing content. So all I need to do is put in a description, name the bot, and put in a link to the ChatGPT bot. I've done the same in a Claude project, so I could put a link to the exact prompt that content creators on LinkedIn could use, or perhaps my video tutorial for creating Claude projects. Elsewhere on the channel, I've documented how you can create a content library. So I could describe what a content library is for resource number 3 and then link through to my YouTube video. And then some other potential sources for repurposing content include your LinkedIn stats, and emails that you've sent to your list. So again, I would just put in some preamble explaining how any of these strategies will help you repurpose your content, and then just link through to the resource in question. And then finally, at the bottom of the lead magnet, or on the last page of the lead magnet, I have a call to action where I ask people, do you need more help with your content strategy? And then I link through to my Calendly booking link. So when I'm happy with the lead magnet, I can either get a URL from Attract that I can put behind my email marketing tool, or alternatively I can just download the PDF and then just add it to my email marketing software and just send it out that way. So as you can see, Attract is a good tool to use if you want to create a lead magnet in under 30 minutes, and it's a resource or a checklist or some type of guide. There's not a huge amount of customization options, which is probably a good thing because it encourages you to finish your lead magnet, get it out there and start getting email subscribers. And you can always iterate it later on. Canva has thousands of different templates that you can use for your lead magnets. So firstly, just think of the lead magnet that you want to create, then type it into Canva and you'll come across something that you can use. So as an example, here's one here, cleaning checklist. So I like this, it's clean and it's modern looking. So I could customize this template based on the checklist that I've created for my audience. So for example, blog publication checklist or SEO checklist. There's a good chance you'll find a design inside of Canva that you can use for your lead magnet. So here's one that I spent an hour or 2 working on. I used this for a few months and I got several hundred email subscribers from people who were interested in editing their work. So the original version was actually only 2 pages long and I expanded it to 10 or 11 pages. And basically, it was based on a blog post I wrote about self-editing your content. So some of the content is actually from the blog post, but I also provided a short video explaining how I self-edit my content. Now, at the time, I was selling a self-editing course, so that's why I spent a bit more time on this lead magnet. Then on the subsequent pages, I basically listed out items people should check when they're self-editing the structure of their pieces of content, specific sentences, paragraphs, and also identifying weak words to eliminate. And then finally, at the bottom, or I should say on the second last page of the lead magnet, I provided a couple of different resources that writers can use if they need help with editing. And I also referenced some books that I refer to as well. Now that would actually work as a lead magnet in itself. So I could have actually just created this as 5 great editing resources you must use. If you've written a book, you can easily turn that into a lead magnet as well. And this is something that I used on my writing site, Become a Writer Today. So basically I created a book of writing prompts and it was book 1 in a 3-part series. And I gave away book 1 in the 3-part series to email subscribers. And I was able to do this or deliver this with BookFunnel, which is a tool that authors use. But basically the advantage of using BookFunnel is it will take a Kindle file or a PDF or whatever the format of your book is and present it in a format that your readers can quickly digest. So if I click on the Get My Book link, I can decide if I want to get this lead magnet in Apple Books, Kindle, Kobo, Nook, or just simply read it in my browser. And I found that when I started using this tool, I got less questions or technical questions from readers and subscribers wondering how they could access my book or my PDF. And I also liked it because I was able to track the download stats for my lead magnet inside of BookFunnel as well. And it was pretty easy to update the content. If you don't want to spend any time on design for your lead magnet, you could just use your email list as a type of lead magnet. So this is something I'm doing with Kit or ConvertKit. So basically, this is a feed of all of the emails that I send to readers and subscribers on my email list. And you can join it at brian.collins.com. And basically, sometimes I'll just send traffic to this page and there's a call to action at the top of the page explaining exactly what you get if you opt into my newsletter. So in this case, I didn't have to design anything. I just simply explained to readers and to people visiting this page what my newsletter is about and why they should opt in. As you can see, you don't need to spend hours designing your lead magnet. Free tools like Google Docs work just fine. Then when it starts getting email subscribers, you can always add content to your lead magnet, update the design and put it into a more premium looking template. I've other videos on the channel where I explain how you can grow your list, so be sure and check out the entire playlist. And if you have questions about any of the resources I've mentioned, ask me in the comments section below.